આમાં ખાલી નામદાર કોર્ટનું ધ્યાન દોરું કે મેં સર્ટિફાઈડ કોપી માટે એપ્લિકેશન આપી હતી, પણ આપણા રેકર્ડમાં કોઈ પણ જુબાની છે નહીં. એટલે અને જૂનો મેં જજમેન્ટ આખું વાંચ્યું જે બીજા આરોપીઓનું, એમાં સ્પષ્ટ લખ્યું છે કે આરોપી હાલના આરોપી 455/18 સેલ્સીની ધરપકડ થઈ હતી તેના પૂરતી કેસની ઇન્સાફી અલગથી ચલાવી તેનો નિર્ણય કરવો, એવું એ જજમેન્ટમાં જ સ્પષ્ટ લખ્યું છે, પેજ નંબર 9 ઉપર. એટલે આપ નામદાર કોર્ટ જો કદાચ ચેક કરી કરશો તો પછી કહેશો તો હું મારી અરજી નોટ પ્રેસ કરી લઈશ, ફરીથી ટ્રાયલ ચલાવવાનું આવે તો.
જોઈ લેશો
પ્લીઝ સાહેબ.
માર્ચ માર્ચ લઈ લે. જાઓ. બે નંબર હાજર છે. ચાલો પછી બોલાવી લો, અત્યારે જ બોલાવી લો એમ કે
કેર લગ્ન પ્રસંગ છે એમના બધાની એક્ઝામ છે. જી સર. 12 માર્ચ હાલ્યો.
જાઓ. આને મોકલી દો ને યુટિફિકેશન અને ટ્રાન્સફર ના લિસ્ટ કેટલા પકડે છે ભલે રહ્યો છું. બાકી તારીખ જ આપવાની આવે છે.
सुरेश भाई आए, परेश भाई आए, हरीश भाई आए, सोना बेन आए, कैसा सोना
બધા પેલા કરશે ને
गाइस साइड आ गया हां साइड आ गया
પંચે છે
हां खाना भी हम चाहिए
લઈ લો બાકી રાખ
ताकि ऐसा फॉर्मूला से के तब नवाज सही है कुछ करने भी लागू सकता है 23 डिग्री को ऐसा 364 डेज અને ત્રીજી છે અને બે વર્ષો માટે છે હાજર
તારીખ
ऐसा स्टार्ट होएगा डेज और फोन में 4 बार मैं एक दो यूट्यूब चैनल डाल करूंगी तो किसी आईडी बता
અને
नॉलेज
કેટલી છે
बीएस पर
અને કેટલા એવું નથી અને કેટલા એવું તેના માટે બાકી આ કેસમાં
criminal person 53 एचएस वर्मा
બીએસ પટેલને બોલાવો રિપોર્ટ આવી ગયા છે આમાં આને ગ્રાન્ટ કરી દો નામ સુધારી નાખો
જી સર
ગ્રાન્ટેડ અને એમેન્ડમેન્ટ બી કેરીડ આઉટ લાલ પેન થી કરાવજો ચાલો બીજી
आगे भी आपको प्रोग्राम सबसे बढ़िया रिपोर्ट करते हैं सब तो
યસ
રેગ્યુલર બેલ એપ્લિકેશન છે આપણે ચાર્જશીટ સેકન્ડ
એટલે મેન્શન કરવું છે કે ચલાવવાની છે
પેપર આવી ગયા ચલા
એફિડેવિટ ચાલો બાકી રાખો
હા
એક એમાં રિપોર્ટ નથી
रिपोर्ट आया अक्टूबर
પકડ વોરંટના આધારે જ્યુડિશિયલ કસ્ટડીમાં છે આપ નામદાર કોર્ટમાં સેશન્સ કેસ 60 ચાલે
કઈ નંબર
સિરિયલ નંબર 3 સાહેબ CRMA 653 ને સાહેબ 16/1 થી નામદાર કોર્ટની જ્યુડિશિયલ કસ્ટડી
ફાઇલ તો લેવા દો
જી સર
રાજુભાઈ પેપર આવે છે. ચાર નંબર માં આવી ગયો રિપોર્ટ ગઈકાલની હતી આજે રાખી છે.
એફિડેવિટ લઈને આવેલા પણ પેલા જે રીઝન આપેલા એ રીઝન નો રિપોર્ટ નતા લાવ્યા એટલે આજે મેં બોલાવ્યો 5 મિનિટ રાહ જોઈ. ગઈકાલ
તમારે 12 નંબર નો કેસ છે ટાઈમ લિમિટ વાળો 592
આવી ગયા
આવી ગયો છે. આરોપી નથી હાજર એક
તારો 2 નંબર નથી 1 ને 3 રાજેન્દ્ર સોલંકી અને એક બીજો નંબર છે સિરિયલ નંબર 23 અને પેલા તાલુકો આઈડી કરતા સીડી નંબર
એ બોલાવે એટલે સર એ અહીંથી લઈ અને પોલીસ સ્ટેશને કરાવે કાં તો અહીંયા આગળ લેપટોપ ઉપર કરી દે. આપ સાહેબને જે આપ સાહેબ તો એ પ્રમાણે
હું તો ખાલી ઓર્ડર એટલો કર્યો છે કે સીડી ની નકલ આપવી પછી કેમ કરાવી કઈ રીતે કરાવી
સર આપ સાહેબની પરવાનગી તો
આ તો પરવાનગી આપી ને કોપી આપવા માટે પણ કઈ રીતે કરવી હું થોડો કહું.
સર હું અહીંયા આગળ લેપટોપ લઈ
મને ખબર ન હોય આવ્યો ક્યાંક કરવાનું આજ ખરું ખરું લઈ આવો તમે આવું સબમિશન કેમ આવે.
જનરલી અહીં સાહેબ એવું થતું કે કોમ્પ્યુટર રૂમમાં
એ મને ખબર નહીં મને તો ખાલી આટલી જ ખબર પડે કે ભાઈ મારે સીડી ની કોપી આપવાની છે તમે ત્યારે નથી આપી.
કરાય
ચાલો નેક્સ્ટ જીપી દેસાઈ આવી ગયા એડવોકેટ.
પછી ટીવી દેસાઈ
હવે એફએસ લખાવો લખાઈ દો તમે લઈ લે એફએસ તૈયાર છે.
164 ના નિવેદન વાળો
કોઈ 164 ના
હા બેના ફરિયાદ ટીવી દોસ્તો
છે હાજર.
બત્રીસ ટીવી દોસ્તો
હા બોલાઈ લો ચાલો લઈ લો આપણે તો
આપણા સુધી થઈ જશે
ये गुनामा कानून से अंदर 15/10/2020 एक नामदार बनी जिसमें सत्तर में जाने ये गुनामा कामे જે બિલ થયા એ બિલ થયા બાદ તરત જ આ વોરંટ આવી પોલીસ દ્વારા અટક કરી એ રીઝનના કારણોસર નામદાર બેંકમાં સાહેબ હાજર રહી લેતા સાહેબ રેગ્યુલર હાજર રહેશે અને અગાઉ પણ સાહેબ નામદાર સેશન્સ કોર્ટમાં સેશન્સ કેસ નંબર 60/23 રેગ્યુલર હાજર રહેતા હતા. આ રીઝનના કારણે જે ચૂકી ગયા એ સમયગાળા દરમિયાન સાહેબ જુડિશિયલ કસ્ટડીમાં
રેગ્યુલર બેલ એપ્લિકેશન છે આપણે ચાર્જશીટ લીધી છે સાહેબ. અગાઉ સાહેબ અમે બે નામદાર કોર્ટમાં એક સેશન્સ કોર્ટમાં કરી હતી ને એક હાઈકોર્ટમાં સાહેબ CRA નંબર 1821 અને 8815 થી જે નામંજૂર થયા છે હાઈકોર્ટમાંથી અમે વિડ્રો કરેલી છે. બસ સાહેબ ફેક્ટ્સ એવા છે કેસના કે જે ફરિયાદી છે એમને સાહેબ પારિવારિક ડિસ્પ્યુટ ચાલતું હતું એમાં એમના ભાઈ એમના ઘરે આવ્યા મકસૂદ ખાન લાલા ખાન પઠાણ ત્યારે એમના જે જેઠ છે આરોપી નંબર 1 અને એમના સસરા આરોપી નંબર 3 એમની જોડે એમની માતા ઝઘડો ચાલતો હતો એમાં એમને ગરદાપાટુનું માર મારેલું. અને એ દરમિયાન સાહેબ આ કામના અરજદાર જે છે એમના પર એવો આક્ષેપ છે કે એમને પાછળથી મરણ જનારને સાહેબ એક દંડો મારેલો અને જે ઈજા થયેલી પાછળથી સાહેબ 3-4 દિવસ પછી હોસ્પિટલમાં સાહેબ 4 દિવસ પછી આ જે મરણ જનાર છે સાહેબ એનું ટ્રીટમેન્ટ દરમિયાન સાહેબ મૃત્યુ થયું છે. આ કામમાં સાહેબ ખોટી રીતે સાહેબ અરજદારને સંડોવવામાં આવ્યો છે સાહેબ. અમે આવો કહેવાતો કોઈ ગુનો કરેલ નથી સાહેબ. જે 2 આરોપીઓને સાહેબ ગરદાપાટુનો માર મારવાનો આક્ષેપ છે સાહેબ એમને નામદાર કોર્ટે સાહેબ રેગ્યુલર બેલ ઉપર મુક્ત કરેલા છે. CRA નંબર 15-37-23 થી 2 આરોપીને સાહેબ મુક્ત કરેલા છે સાહેબ. આરોપી જે છે નવયુવાન છે સાહેબ, 21 વર્ષની ઉંમર છે, કોઈ ગુનાહિત ઇતિહાસ ધરાવતા નથી સર.
કોને જામીન ઉપર મુક્ત કર્યા છે?
સાહેબ 2 આરોપી, જે આરોપી નંબર 1 અને 3,
એની સામે શું આક્ષેપ છે?
એમના સામે સાહેબ મૂઠ માર મારવાનો આક્ષેપ છે. અમારો રોલ થોડોક ડિફરન્ટ છે સાહેબ, પણ એ લોકો સાહેબ રેગ્યુલર હાજર રહે છે, અમે બી રેગ્યુલર હાજર રહીશું સાહેબ. અને સાહેબ જો આપની નામદાર કોર્ટમાં સાહેબ 138-23 થી કેસ ચાલે છે સાહેબ, એમાં ડોક્ટરની સાહેબ જુબાની જોવામાં આવે તો સજેશનમાં ડોક્ટરે કીધું છે કે ભાઈ જે ઈજાઓ પેરેન્ટલ ભાગ ઉપર થયેલી છે આવી ઈજાઓ સાહેબ બીજી રીતે બી થઈ શકે છે. અને FSL રિપોર્ટ જે છે સાહેબ એ જોવામાં આવે તો જે ગુનાહિત જે દંડો સાહેબ એમાં બતાવવામાં આવે છે એના પર સાહેબ કોઈ બ્લડ સાહેબ મળી આવેલ નથી સાહેબ. FSL રિપોર્ટમાં અંદર નામદાર કોર્ટમાં મૂકેલું છે. નવયુવાન છે સાહેબ, 21 વર્ષનો આરોપી છે સર. કોઈ એન્ટી ઇન્સિડન્ટ નથી સર. રેગ્યુલર હાજર રહેશે નામદાર કોર્ટમાં અને જે શરતો ફરમાવશે નામદાર કોર્ટ ચુસ્તપણે પાલન કરશે. મેડિકલમાં બી સાહેબ કોઈ બીજી રીતે બી સાહેબ ઈજાઓ પડી જવાથી બી થઈ શકે એમ છે સાહેબ. અને FSL માં નથી સાહેબ. દંડો જે છે જે FSL રિપોર્ટ મૂક્યું છે મેં અંદર સાહેબ, એમાં જે F જે આપ્યું છે એક દંડો આશરે 73.33 સેન્ટીમીટર લંબાઈ વાળો રુધિર મળી આવેલ નથી સાહેબ. આક્ષેપ એવો છે સાહેબ કે અમે દંડોથી માર્યો ને એની ઈજા થયેલી છે, પણ જે ગુનાહિત મુદ્દામાલમાં જે હથિયાર રિકવર કરેલો છે એના ઉપર કોઈ રુધિર આરોપ મરણ જનારનું મળી આવેલ નથી સર. FSL રિપોર્ટ પર પંચનામામાં બી સાહેબ એવું જ છે કે એના પર કોઈ રુધિર નથી સર. રેગ્યુલર બેલ ઉપર મુક્ત કરવામાં આવે, નિયમિત હાજર રહીશું સાહેબ. નવયુવાન છે સાહેબ, 21 વર્ષની ઉંમર છે સર. એન્ટી ઇન્સિડન્ટ બી નથી સર.
ટ્રાયલ ચાલુ છે, અગત્યના સાક્ષી હવા આવશે એટલે ફોડવાનો પ્રયત્ન થઈ શકે એવો છે, એટલે આ તબક્કે આપી શકાય.
એની એમનાથી દૂર રહીશું સાહેબ. અમદાવાદ બહાર જવા હશે તો બી અમે સાહેબ અમદાવાદમાં જ નહીં આવીએ સર. બીજું શું, જો પ્રોસિક્યુશન ને એવું વીક હોય સર. 2 આરોપીને જામીન મળ્યા છે સાહેબ. આ સુધી કોઈ ફરિયાદ નથી આવી કે એ લોકોએ કોઈ વિટનેસને ફોડવાનો પ્રયત્ન કર્યો હશે. નામદાર કોર્ટ સમક્ષ નથી આવી, કોઈ પોલીસ સ્ટેશનમાં નથી કરી તો સાહેબ આ બી નહીં થાય સાહેબ. અને નિયમિત હાજર રહેશે. યંગ છોકરો છે સાહેબ, 21 વર્ષની ઉંમર છે સર. બીજા 2 જણા થયા, આજે 6 મહિના થઈ ગયા સાહેબ બેલ આઉટ થયા, કોઈ શિકાયત નથી સાહેબ. કોઈ વિટનેસ સાહેબ નજીક બી નહીં જઈએ આપણે. પ્લીઝ
BMI रिपोर्ट में एफिडेविट आता है पति जी सर एक एक
આ પેન ડ્રાઈવ માં તમે કલેક્ટ કર્યું છે
હા
જજમેન્ટ્સ પછી ડોક્યુમેન્ટ અક્યુઝ વાઇઝ
હા
કોર્ટના ઓર્ડર બેલ રીજે ચાર્જશીટ
હા
કેલેન્ડર ઓફ એવિડન્સ
હા મેં એક્યુઝ વાઇઝ કેલેન્ડર ઓફ એવિડન્સ ઓરલ એઝ વેલ એઝ ડોક્યુમેન્ટ એ રીતે પણ
ફર્સ્ટ તમે કયું લેશો
First, I'll refer to the bail applications that were considered and argued by this court, which were rejected at length. The prima facie evidence then was discussed by same arguments were.
We will not go into the bail orders.
Why I'm making a submission, my lord, may consider that the parameters for discharge are altogether different. But one parameter, which is higher for a bail application for consideration, was already taken care, and the arguments that have been advanced by the accused, by all of them, except few,
So
those arguments have been repeated for discharge. That is my first submission here. Therefore, I'm pointing out the bail applications,
we will
and yes, madam.
we are at discharge application.
My lord, I very well understand.
So the court
Yes.
has only to look into
The
whether
parameters.
there is evidence to put the accused for trial. There are certain arguments that UFPA would not apply.
My lord,
So you
I
will,
counter those each one of them.
so on this aspect only you will have to point out accused A, his role,
My
evidence against him,
Right.
what investigating agency evidence has collected,
right,
and why the sections gets attracted.
my lord.
Because it may happen that one may get bail by the higher court.
One has been granted bail.
So
Okay.
that cannot
But
be a
that does
ground,
not mean that it is a ground that.
it is
the
a
court
ground for
cannot
discharge.
My lord.
Similarly, bail is rejected is no ground that he should not be discharged. The court is conscious while stating this,
My
okay, when there is a prima facie case, and bail is rejected,
And
therefore this court would be just as good as estoppel.
no, it's not a estoppel. my
But
lord.
we will see the provisions, because both consideration would be on different footing. So we'll have to satisfy. that.
Definitely.
Discharge
There are judgments to that effect, my lord. Before I proceed to, as your lord's wish that I should proceed to show the prima facie nature of the evidences for consideration, and I'll put forth the case of the prosecution in nutshell, my lord. I will also want, my lords, with your permission, my lord, I will be permitted to point out the judgments. So everybody is clear on the aspect of what the honorable court is aware of, what is required to be done. But this is that they accused, and I as a prosecutor have to discharge my burden, that what is the law? The court is aware of it, but we are doing a fair hearing. So for the purpose of fairness, my lord, I will point out the judgments with your permission. May I, my lord?
Yes.
Definitely.
The judgments which you have referred in a pen drive માં આપેલા છે એ જ છે.
My lord, there is a folder, my lord, judgments.
Yeah.
I've already earmarked and named my lord as to the criminal conspiracy. I'll specifically mention the discharge ones. I'll start with 1977 Supreme Court, my lord, State of PR versus Ramesh Singh. It's a case of murder, my lord, and in that the question before the Supreme Court is, my lord, on that point, State of Bihar versus Ramesh Singh, my lord, in judgment's part. Give me the soft.
Okay, so you are first making attempts to show the
My lord,
judicial pronouncement on discharge, criminal
Right.
conspiracy,
my lord.
and what are other judgment?
The other judgments refer, my lord, as to the conscious possession of the accused, which would I would do at the later stage, but I've already submitted to the honorable court as to how the conscious and controlled possession in this present case attributes the accused, because the arguments have been that nothing has been recovered from them. Therefore, 8C, 21C, 23 does not apply on the NDPS Act.
Yes.
So I point out how the possession and the ownership of the articles, which is the heroin, the narcotic drug heroin, was recovered from the places where it was a part of the larger conspiracy of the international drugs cartel. My case before your honor, my lord, we have now, honor is already aware of the fact that we have charge sheeted, my lords. The arrested accused, 31 persons are charge sheeted before your honor. There are 11 wanted accused persons in this case who have been charge sheeted, along with them as co-conspirators. Some of them are main, and equally they have played important role as the present arrested accused, as well as the 10 discharge applications that my honor is taking. Apart from this, there are 7, my lords, companies, firms, which have been charged sheeted as accused persons under 22C of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, apart from the NDPS and the UAP charges. UAP has been pressed against the A1, A3, the applicant's A1 before your honor in the discharge application. He is also facing charge.
So we'll take A1 first.
A1 first.
A1 में आके.
What I've done, my lords, for the convenience of the honorable court,
A1 is Machavaram.
Machavan Sudhakar, the accused number 1, the main conspirator and the one of the main, I would say, was facilitated the transportation, smuggling of the drugs, semi-processed starch stones, in 2 consignments, my lord. He was also facilitating the accused number 1, wanted accused 1, and 3, 4, apart from the other accused persons, Sudhakar. The Honorable High Court of Gujarat. But she is the one who is the proprietor, Govinda Raju Durga Vaishali, Purna Vaishali, accused number 2. The husband and wife run a company by name Messrs. RT Trading Company. That's the first consignment, 13 September, which was got at Mundra, from where the FIR of the DRI will be registered. And thereupon the investigation was later transferred in the month of October to NI. And that is how NI came into picture, my lord.
So far as Mundra consignment is concerned,
My
Mundra consignment
Mundra.
first, which was seized,
The second consignment,
which was seized by the DRI.
my lord.
So that was not imported by Asset.
That was imported by Ash.
That was imported.
Yes, my lord. In fact, prior to
There were
this,
2 consignments,
2 consignments. One is the June consignment,
and other is the Mundra.
the Mundra, 13th September. Apart from this, I will also point out from record that the main accused, Hussain Dar, who is proprietor and owner of Habib Shah Tal Company, accused number 37, and 38, Hassan Hussain Limited. Both are accused. Sorry, madam. Hassan Hussain is 37 and accused number 38 is Habib Shah. There is a document to that effect which I will later refer in the documents, madam. He had sent his consignments and they have close conversation in the WhatsApp group created by A3. Therefore, I was taking the kind permission of the Honorable Court in liberty to argue at one length, because role of one is attributed to another. Here, Sudhakar was introduced in the group by one Javed Najafi, wanted accused number 3. That there is some work
they have some earlier, the accused number 3 submissions in short were that I was only to gain 30,000 rupees as lending some IC of my friend, and that was my whole purpose. It was a COVID period, and therefore this business. And I am acquainted with WA3 Jawad Najafi. He says,
Accused one.
one, I'm coming to how one is introduced. 3, the whole transaction starts with Jawad Najafi and Perumal, Rajkumar Perumal, introducing A1, Machavaram Sudhakar, to the accused, wanted accused number 3, Jawad Najafi. Jawad Najafi then gives this consignment and introduces Hussain Dar, his brother. They form the WhatsApp group, WA1, Hussain Dar, and wanted accused number 3, Jawad Najafi, and the A1 and A3. There the conspiracy begins. The evidence on record, I point out, my lords. In that document. WhatsApp. The WhatsApp numbers of Sudhakar and Jawad Najafi, my lords, are part of the document at volume B10, which I have segregated in the folder, my lord, titled as Documents Accused Wise, my lord. For the convenience of the court, my lord, there is a folder Documents Accused Wise. If my lords, may I request Mother Honorable Court to open the documents, my lord?
Yes. Yes.
My lord. Here, my lord, I will also request the Honorable Court, my lord. There is a calendar of evidence, my lord, the folder titled as Calendar of Evidence. In that, my lord,
First you want
my lord,
to report the folder document.
folder Documents Accused Wise, my lord.
Yes. So there
In
is
that, my lord,
Machavaram Sudhakar.
Machavaram Sudhakar, A1.
Yes.
If my lords may open that, my lords may see annexure AB 3178 and the documents in all 66 in number. In annexure A, my lord, there is nothing, it's an empty folder. Leaving that aside, annexure AB, my lord, there are 64 documents in all, my lord.
Yes.
Now, my lords, for a moment, my lords, we will come to this later, my lord. May I request the Honorable Court just to open the documents, my lord, Calendar of Evidence folder, my lord. In that, my lord, there is one file PDF, NI convenience compilation, my lord,
Yes.
which was submitted to this Honorable Court by the bail application for argument, my lord. As well as after this, this was submitted before the Honorable Gujarat High Court, my lord. And this is part of record. In fact, I am relying today again on this document, my lord. This is the crux against the accused persons. My lords, here, my lord, one document which I want to start with is the WhatsApp group, my lord.
NI inconvenience.
NI convenience compilation, volume B10.
Because these documents may also be shared with us, so that we are also on the same page when another friend is.
This was for the purpose that I had asked them to give a chart so that it is easy for. Otherwise, all the documents are available.
So I would only request that if it is shared, if it is not containing anything which is going to reveal, the next step of investigation, it can be shared with us so that we can also, I can also be on the same page. I'm sorry to interrupt, my lords.
There is nothing apart from the charge sheet, my lord. We have already
Pull the chart sheet. I asked for a soft copy of the short notes what
Fine.
they would argue. But you can get it if
I don't want to reveal my entire evidences to him. How will I proceed with the trial?
If it is based on the charge sheet, there is no question of.
Why would my lord? Let them work out, let them have they should also see to the charge sheet and place,
But
because they have
my
not placed anything on record, which I'll point out.
lords, but
In
we have been-
fairness, it was their duty to show to the court. I'm not taking any personal allegation on their lawyers, that's the last person I'm doing that, but fairness.
that is
So I have
exactly,
done it, so it's part of the charge sheet, you show it. If
that is
anything
exactly what I want.
I'm not saying this is the complete set of documents. This is not the just evidence against them. This is some of the evidences that we are pointing out for arriving for your honor to consider that this exists a prima facie case. But the entire evidences, all the charge sheets which have been served upon them, including the second supplementary served to Sudhakar, the first supplementary charge sheet, the last third supplementary charge sheet, all the documents will be read against him because it is a case of 120B. So here we are not to show that the entire evidences we are to read. We are just here today to satisfy the court on the grave suspicion that the court can proceed with the trial and they cannot be discharged. The sole point I am making it out here. So already the documents have been served to him.
My lords, my only pray is
Why separately they need
My
to
only
segregate
praise
and
that-
then say that these are the documents.
at this
Tomorrow they
stage,
may say that these are the only evidences they have relied and now we are being, that is not the case.
my
This
lords,
is just for the convenience of the court. I have done on the request of the court as per the instructions of the court. I can't go beyond the words of the court,
my lords, in
but I am objecting to give those documents to them, which I am not.
in all fairness, my lords, that whatever documents we have relied upon, be it a summary of the existing documents, be it a summarization either in the form of a document or in narration, we have been fair enough to share it with others. If my learned friend is only referring to the charge sheet and nothing beyond the charge sheet, there is nothing which is going to reveal.
Even at this stage, I'm making it very much clear
Yes, my lord.
that the court is not going to look any other thing
Of course, my lords, at this stage,
which they want to show other than they have submitted along with the charge.
my lords,
This
the
court will
only reason why I'm asking, like the court has directed the prosecution to submit a summary. So that because the documents involved is very bulky. Same is the case with
It
all
was
the
because
parties
they-
to this.
all of you have put a heavy bulky paper
Yes, my lords.
to save the paper as well as to save the
Yes,
it
my
does
lords.
not become bulkiness. I had asked them, you prepare a note and I would not permit you to argue beyond more, please.
So
Because I have been hearing each and every accused for, so give a gist of what you want to rely, and I will not see any document which is not supplied to the accused persons. That is benched.
but my
And
lords,
when you
while
refer a document here, you just mention the name that this statement, this
Absolutely,
document.
my lord. They can note down. I'm arguing and I've been mentioning the name also.
And if
page
it is
number.
not
Volume B,
You can
Yeah.
tell to the court, sir, this is not with
Very
us.
blank.
Yes, ma'am. I will make a note and I will not refer it.
yes, ma'am.
Unless it is supplied. to you.
Much obliged.
my. So the WhatsApp document is at page 3528 of volume B. Annexure 10 is the main charge sheet, my lord. 3528 to 3535, my lord. The document in question, my lord, it will prove that Rajkumar Perumal having the mobile number 6380479074 created a WhatsApp group named as TALC, TALC, because the heroin was concealed in the guise of talc stones imported from Afghanistan by Ashim. This talc group definitely refers to that talc mine, so that nobody gets to know what it is. Now, in this document, my lords, Sudhakar is added by Rajkumar. The group is created by Rajkumar. Sudhakar's number is 9345375902 and 9441288199. And Jawad Najafi having mobile number +98, Iranian number, my lord, he's from Iran. Admittedly,
We are referring to,
I'm referring to that WhatsApp group that was created.
Yes.
Volume 10, my lord. Volume B. Volume B, my lord, Annexure 10. Annexure B, Volume 10. 3528. For convenience of the code, I have referred to page number 14 of the convenience compilation. Now this group, my lord, Jawad Najafi is added, this member. Subsequently, A3 made A1 also as an admin of the group, my lord. Now here comes the role. He also becomes the admin. Introduction is done as far as Jawad Najafi is concerned. They would say this is just for the sake of, I see that after COVID, we did not have anything. Learned Counsel, Mr. Aditya Bhatt would argue that after COVID, we were earlier known to each other in Ramco Industries. That fact is not denied by the prosecution. A1, A3 has some old friendship, agreed. IC stands in the name of A2, the wife, who's before the court today. She's bailed out by the Honorable High Court. But yes, the role definitely is there. How? Now, after creation of this WhatsApp group, the main accused who wants to send the drugs consignment, pump it into the Indian economy and then send the proceeds to the Lashkar-e-Toiba. That is the case of prosecution. And in the entire part of conspiracy, A1 is fully aware of what is happening at every stage. So this WhatsApp group was created. The said group was used as a virtual place for conspiracy meetings amongst themselves. WA1, WA3, Jawad Najafi, WA1 Hussain Dad, wanted accused 1, owner and proprietor of Hassan Hussain Limited and Habib Shah Talc Processing Company. The 6 consignments are attributed to all of them. 3 consignments pertain to the exporter Habib Shah. The consignments are dated, my lord, November 2020, the first consignment, which was a trial consignment sent in the name of Jesus Christ Impex, whose beneficiaries were Harpreet Singh Talwar, accused number 24, accused number 30, Sushanta Sarkar, Jesus Christ Impex. They earlier met with Tej Kosher. This is again a Dubai-based Indian, overseas Indian. He is an absconder of Kofir Kosan, which I'll point out when I come to Kabir's particular evidences. But the 6 consignments I have to first refer to, Your Honor. When I refer to WA1, the 6 consignment in question before this competent court, and the larger conspiracy in question. All consignments contain heroin in larger quantities. That is the case of prosecution. They would argue and say their submission before the honorable court is that nothing was recovered as far as the first November consignment and the December consignment was transferred. My case here is to point out from the remnants that we have collected that yes, recovery is there of heroin. Stockpiling was done in one of the godowns, 416 Kasra, Nail Sarai, Delhi. And 3 consignments which were sent by Habib Shah in the month of November 2020, December 2020, with form agent. First was for Jesus Christ Impex, accused number 33 and accused number 30. And 824 and 25 is employee Prince Sharma and Kabir Talwar. 24 is Prince Kabir and 25 is Prince. The second consignment would come again on the instructions of WA7, Nitesh Kosher, and Hussain Dad would send it through Habib Shah. It lands in Mundra. First consignment would come in Kolkata port, second would come in Mundra port, and all the rest of the 5 consignments from December onwards till the 13th September, which was fought at Mundra, are landed in Mundra. Therefore, this court has the jurisdiction matter. As far as this question is also before the apex court for transfer of the Hoshiarpur case, which was the consignment that was originating from one of the consignments drugs proceeds when the Punjab police would got in FIR 90 in the month of July. That apart, my lord, after December, there is a March 21 third consignment, which comes in the name of Vyom Fashions. Okay. Their argument again is that why Vyom's proprietor is not made an accused. I'll cater to that when I come to Kabir and those portions. But I'm referring to this in between, my lord. What is their stand and what is the case of prosecution? If everything gets clear. It is my duty to make their submission more clear and to rebut with the evidences that are on record. I'll not, if anything favors them, I'll definitely tell the court. That is also my duty. It is not just that I have to say what the NI says. Being a prosecutor, I have to present all the clear picture before the honorable court to take a decision that whether the court proceed in the matter or not. I'm assisting the honorable court. The fourth consignment, my lord, after the March consignment, my lord, is of Ashi Trading. The June consignment, my lord. In June, there are two consignments. The June consignment was not supposed to be done by, and my lords was very kind when it comes to the judicial application of mine to ask a particular question to Mr. the Learned Counsel for A1 case. That why have you done when there was a seal mismatch? And when you are not supposed to take that consignment, earlier it was meant for weekend proprietors. This consignment, prior to go Ashi, it was meant that Vyom or VK will do that. But he agreed. And therefore, he knew everything. When I'm talking about A1, my lord, he means A1. These were the clear instructions of Hassan WA1, Hassan Dana, Hussain Dana. Hassan is his brother, WA2. After this instruction, this WhatsApp group, my lord, the trial group is created and the consignments would come. The first consignment that lands is in June, my lord. For Ashi, my lord.
Yes, sir.
First for Ashi. When I refer first, it is for Ashi, the A1. He agrees the bill of lading. Now, how the transaction takes place? Two parties, importer, exporter. My lord is aware. I'll make more clearer. What one agreed to sell, what one agreed to buy. There is a buyer, there is a seller, there is an importer, there is an exporter. The exporter is sending some white tall stones. Their contention, A1's contention, A2's contention, A3's is, we only knew that some talc is going to come. We never knew there was something concealed in it. We were only concealing 30,000. Now I will point out to the court how you knew that there was heroin in it. Why were you chosen? Because your friend had asked, who is admittedly Rajkumar would make in his submissions before this court that Jawad and we are having earlier relations, some business transactions, and we are known to each other. So he's not disputing. But nevertheless, Jawad is an accused who is an Iranian, and through his companies, Kala Sefi Turkworld, the entire consignments were pumped, and the documents to that effect, which are filed in the CDI system, the custom system, recovered from there, production is there. Now, when this June consignment is agreed, the bill of lading, without the bill of lading, my lord, the customs will never release the consignment. And very interestingly, on every document, they have the reference number common. Packing list of Vyom, and for a November-December consignment, when the agent was not created, if my lords may recollect, I have argued on the reference numbers I have shown particular, which I'll again point out when I argue Kabir's case for the November and December consignment. The same reference number is followed in all the other consignments. What it points out, one person sitting in Afghanistan, WA1, WA2, are making all these reference numbers, traveling from there, coming to India, getting all the operations done, getting the purifiers, the persons, the experts, the accused number, 15, 16, 17, 18. They are hands-on of segregating the heroin with the other components. They add a mixture. It is mixed with some other material. So they know how to segregate. They come, they do come, they are brought here. The accused number 4 is one of such purification expert, Akhlaqi, whose argument is also advanced that I have nothing to do with this case. He was the beneficiary for the September consignment. He was sent to purify that consignment. I point out when this case is shown. Now, next document, my lord, After WhatsApp creation, what happens, my lord?
So
That,
for a minute.
my,
As per your say, to establish the conspiracy, first, Afghan-based players,
Afghan,
they wanted to dump the drugs into India.
yes,
Thereafter, these Afghani people, they sent some Afghan people to India
my,
for purification
my,
because it is mixed with the talc powder.
yes. My. As far as the first consignment is concerned, they never dispute A183 that they have not done this consignment. So as far as the documents are concerned, I leave to the Honorable Court whether should I point out to those documents of bill of lading, the transporters, the shipping companies, and all that transaction. Because admittedly, they are not saying anything that they have not done. Their only contention is that we have done it allegedly bona fide. They say bona fide on a basis of the assumption that it is a pure transaction of purchasing white talc powder. But have you consumed it? Are you the end beneficiary of the talc? Where is the talc? When we ask a question, I ask myself a question. For USD 6540, roughly 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs of talc, you give 1 lakh, 1,50,000. You are the one who helped the CHA. In this Machavaran's case, he is the one who goes, sends the money, gets the entire clearance done from Gandhidham, and then logistic partner is selected, you send it across, B Global Logistic, the Sham Transways container are changed. And this container mismatch with Mr. Aditya argued that was to misguide. Like the mismatch on seal was that. What was that, my lord? I will point out from the document itself. Container mismatch.
That you can leave it for the time being.
Mind you, this is regarding June and the September consignment. They say, Your Honor was very specifically asking the person that when there was a mismatch, why did you do that? His argument was, mid transshipment, somebody has changed it. Consignment was opened. Investigation is shoddy, bogus, and whatnot words they have used. They have a liberty. Anybody can say anything, but not with the present set of investigation that NI has carried out. Nothing shoddy. We have investigated properly. DRI has done their job. We have placed ourselves in their shoes, carried out the investigation. We never said DRI has done anything which is contrary to the procedure of law. The seal mismatch, the document at page number, volume 1, annexure P, speaks volumes. There is nothing mismatch. Only the seal FFS F40942, the seal number on the bill of lading, finds mention in the seal at TTN. There are two containers, TTNU, GVCU. So the GVCU had the bill of lading only the seals, the 41 and 42, 40942 and 40941. Interchange. Seals were never opened. Sealed in Iran, it traveled all through Mundra, and then they were opened. This is the picture. Don't misguide the court. I would humbly say that. Because it is very easy to make any submission. But the documents are very clear. The customs would have taken hold of this. They would have done something on that part investigation. They found it is already in tax. That means nothing. It is directly coming from Afghanistan to Iran, Iran to Mundra. In between, nobody has opened. And custom would only open when you submit your documents. There you are. Now you are caught. Now you don't have that theory of that something during the transaction, during the shipment process, somebody had introduced. We have investigated our case. So there was no opening or tampering with the seals. There was nothing that somebody had introduced. The investigation has rightly proceeded. There is everything crystal clear as far as the containers are concerned, my lord. So admittedly, my lord, the June consignment was carried logistic partner Sham Transfer. The driver's statements are on record, which are
The moment you mentioned that the container seal number mentioned in bill of lading.
yes, my lord. FFSF 40942
Yes.
and container seal number found available physically in GVCU 40941.
Now, who has prepared this bill of lading?
The exporter, my lord.
Exporter.
My lord. Unless he sends that bill of lading, the bill of entry in Mundra port will not be done. The custom broker or the custom house agent, when the consignment is offloaded, the containers, it is carried to a CFS, container freight station. Because the Mundra port, my lords may even want to visit that and see how this practically happens. It's a very huge port, my lord. And in that,
I would be happy, but if you permit, you will permit.
my lord, it is your decision, my lord. To have a better perspective of that. Even I have not visited, but I have seen the pictures. Therefore, I'll be able to point out, my lord. So this, as soon as the cargo arrives in a big vessel.
You have not visited Mundra?
No, my
I have visited.
lord.
So,
My lord.
while I was serving at Kutch,
Kutch, my
but I don't know at that time the drugs I did not heard about,
lord.
but I heard about the cigars,
Cigars.
which they were importing under the guise of tree.
Okay.
White chandan, black chandan, gold, what I don't know what names they were referring.
All important.
But this was been done at Mundra.
My lord.
This is the way in which they used to run.
My lord. Very good.
One of the richest RTO in the nation. That Mundra, Kutch.
Kutch.
And you won't see a truck having only 6 wheels.
My lord.
It would be having 40 wheels, 60 wheels, 30 wheels truck, because these are containers.
Containers.
Anyway, yes, please.
So they move the containers to a customer freight station, which is TG
But I
terminals.
wanted to know why there is a difference in the name number.
But there is no difference as such. The seal number, my lord, FFS 40942, and below, my lord, for TTNU, the bill of lading, they have mentioned that. But while punching that, the 40941 got punched on that GVC container. And for 40941, the TTN container, 40942 number got punched on this. So the seal which was to be applied to 4
So
GVC.
your contention is that
Yes.
40942 was to be
Why
punched
not?
on
TTN. It should have been applied on TTN.
and 40941 on GVCU.
Yes, because both the containers were sealed at one place because the consignee was one, Ashi. It was loaded on the vessel, Gemini.
But otherwise, the seal are intact
Intact.
from where it started
Yes.
and when it
And
reached.
this is as per the CDI system. The photographs, as per the CDI system, is we have got on production, my lord. The first page starts, my lord.
So it can be
Panchanama, customer freight station, TG terminals.
it can be considered as an error.
Just a mistake, my lord.
Mistake.
It's a bona fide mistake.
Okay.
But no tampering. No tampering.
Yes.
So the entire argument for the tampering goes away. Now this consignment is loaded on a truck, my lord, provided by Sham Transways.
This both consignment were imported on the very same day,
Different dates.
different days.
This is June, my lord. In June, there are 2 consignments. One is 9 June and 15 June. The other consignment in June is for VK Enterprises, which is an accused person in this case. And that had imported bituminous coal. The accused number A35. The proprietor is again a student getting accused of a person. This is done by Vitesh Kosha. All consignments, along with Hussain. That fact mentioned in the second documentary charge. Now, as far as this consignment of June, white talc stones, so-called white talc stones, and the heroin is concealed in that. Moves to Alipur. The godown is 712 Khasra 712-713 Main Filthy Road, Alipur, New Delhi. Delhi. That is part of Delhi, the NCR, GNCT Delhi. This Alipur godown was taken on rent in the name of A5, who was also an applicant, has filed for discharge. His bail application also rejected. He is facing charges under ATPS. He was introduced by A6 Saeed Mohammad Hussain to take that godown on rent. He has himself received some proceeds for helping this cartel. Therefore, only he is facing for NDPS charges. We have not given any UAPA charges. When they say there is a short investigation, I feel very bad. One submission I make with the permission of this court. We have not given any charge against A2, who's bailed out, for NDPS, for UAPA. UAPA. Why? In spite of being the proprietor, we have not pressed 22C against her. Now that has to be decided by this court. When the charges are paid, if I satisfy the court, that we can proceed ahead. Why we have not given my lords? Because she has no knowledge of the UAPA, she had no intention. Therefore, we did not give. I'm making a statement. It's part of my charge sheet. But for NDPS, my lord, there is not some role, there is a major role. Signing the documents blindly. No. You knew, your husband knew, Machavaram Sudhakar knew what was there in the consignment. I'll point out that document. If my lord want to see that document, everything will be sorted out. A1, A2, A3 at one go. Let us come to that document directly, my lord, and allow me to read few lines from that document. I'll take my lords again to the document accused vice. Machavaram Sudhakar folder, my lord. In that, the last document, my lord. Vice identification Panchanama. Now, what is this document? It was voice identification Panchanama. The voice clips or the recordings of Machavaram Sudhakar, accused number 1, wanted accused number 1, Hussain Dar, is the direct evidence as far as the conspiracy is concerned. This was not shown to the court. It was a duty to show to the court. In fact, I would say it is everybody's duty to show to the court what is against, what is favoring. This is not done. Now, this voice identification Panchanama, if I have to take my lord, was carried out in the office of NIA at Mumbai, Petter Road, on 18th of February 22.
It is in Machavaram's document.
It is the voice clip pertaining to Machavaram Sudhakar and wanted accused number 1, Hussain Dar. But it is the conspiracy, it will spill the entire beans of the conspiracy.
But
Machavaram Sudhakar.
document accused vice ની અંદર જોશો ને તો છેલ્લે આપશે.
એમાં મચ્છાવરમ સુધાકરનું document list હતું.
હા,
પછી last
એમાં લાસ્ટમાં જે છેલ્લું છે ડોક્યુમેન્ટ પીડીએફ લખ્યું છે એમાં
Voice identification.
વોઇસ આઈડી
Volume 6B 2087.
મળ્યું સર?
Yes, sir.
My
Because it is
lord.
Yes.
It was made on the 18th, drawn on the 18th February 2022, before the independent witnesses. And who had identified the voice is one Parshik Amri, voice identifier. There is Ravi Varman Adi Narayana. He is known to Sudhakar, Vaishali and Perumal. A1, A2, A3. The third identifier is Ahmad Shirzad. He is the one who was used by WA4, Khalid. Often my lords may hear Khalid, Hussain, Najibullah, Elias Pelwan. He escaped from Punjab police custody, giving a false statement that I am the interpreter and of the Afghanis who were purifying in Sainik farmhouse, and he escaped from the clutches of the Punjab police. And then 17th July, he escapes to Afghanistan along with his family. Shirzad is the one who has booked the flight tickets. He never said, but Shirzad identified the voice because Shirzad came across WA1 also, as well as Farshid Amri, brother of Fardeen Amri. He too has identified the voice because a Blue Sky travel agency, illegally run travel agency by WA4, where all the conspiratory meetings, Hawala transactions would happen. This I'm giving the background of the identifiers. So they would know in the later part of the statement. Some more statements are repeat, my lord. Now, what the identification? Machavaram's voice is identified by Ravi Varman Adi Narayan, and Farshid Ahmad Shirzad would identify the voice of WA1. The column 1, 2, 3, my lord, starts with the voices that are being identified. May I read that, my lord? Column number 1, file number 1, PTT 20210607. सर मेरा नाम है, अपना उम्र भी हुसैन शाह नाम है मेरा, और ये व्हाट्सएप है मेरा, साथ और अपने साथ नोट करवा लें. PTT 2, that is the filing serial number 2. चल रहा है. हाँ सुधाकर, वो जो पिछले कंटेनर आया हुआ था वो उनको डॉक्यूमेंट है, मुंद्रा से क्लियर हुआ था. 3 PTT 20210612. वो क्या हाल है, खैरियत, चल ठीक ठाक सही है यार, जहाँ इंस्पेक्शन का तो ज्यादा काम है ना, तो 10-15 मिनट के अंदर ये करते हैं, दफा इसे तरह करते हैं ना. इंस्पेक्शन वाले 5-10 हजार देगा और जो बंदा निकलेगा उसको 15,000 देगा, उसी टाइम उसको वो कर देगा ना, सेट करके बोलता है सही ना है, तो उसको बोलो कुछ दे दो, आज माल निकल रहा है. आज पार्टी वाले को बोला हुआ था कि आज का माल आज लास्ट निकलेगा, कि आज आपका माल पहुंच जाएगा. वो इंस्पेक्शन वाले मांगते हैं, अगर वो आप जो है ना नंबर 100 नंबर वाले दिन, सोमवार वाले दिन भी आप उसको बोल दे, इंस्पेक्शन वाले दिन फिर 10-15 हजार नहीं देंगे, फिर भी वो आपके लिए ज्यादा वो करता है ना, ये वो कि वो हो जाएगा. इंस्पेक्शन वाले को बोला 5-10 हजार सेट वेट कर लो, 5-10 हजार दे दो, तू वो करवा कर क्लियर करवा के दे देगा. दोनों पार्टी वाले को भी बोलना सोमवार को ये करो. आई कम टू 4, mention of Sudhakar is there. PTT 201061. सुधाकर भाई, आपने ये काम किया तो आपको बड़ा मेहरबानी होएगा, क्योंकि बड़ा पहला कंटेनर है. थैंक यू. पार्टी वाले को कसम से बोला, बाकी तो कोई इश्यू नहीं था. 2-3 दिन सिर्फ वो पार्टी वाले के जानना, मैंने उधर बाजार भी शॉर्ट है, वो भी बार बार फोन करके करता है वो माल किधर पहुंचा, क्या हुआ. कसम से आप यकीन मानो, कल से तो उसका फोन भी नहीं उठा रहा हूँ. वो इंस्पेक्शन वाले मिलाएगा, इधर आया आपका, हमेशा हम लोग इस तरह करते हैं. नशे वाले को पकड़ के बोलो कि कल क्या छुट्टी है, फिर हमारा ये काम वो 5-10 हजार में कर देगा. क्योंकि हम लोगों का तजुर्बा है ना, पहले बहुत सा माल आया हुआ है. लास्ट लाइन्स सुधाकर, the person could not be identified because none of the identifiers know this person, but they are mentioning to Sudhakar, and this has landed in Sudhakar's.
But your tone was also similar to Afghani tone.
No, sir, I'm trying to. It's a very good language though, Afghani, what they speak. They are very nice people, my lord, but not the present set of accused. It's very sad that our own neighbors, such a wonderful country, pumping such a huge amount of drugs into our country and our system. When we take care of them, they should take care of us. But anyways, my lord, इसी खातिर बता रहा हूँ, चलो से थैंक यू सुधाकर भाई, मेहरबानियां। पहले भी बहुत माल आया हुआ है, मेहरबानियां, बहुत अच्छा काम है, 5-10 हजार दे दो उनको, सामान क्लियर हो जाएगा। आगे बहुत है माइनर। 5 नंबर, चले से सुधाकर भाई, अल्लाह खैर करेगा, बस कोशिश करके आज इसको जो है ना काम करा खत्म हो जाए। अगर आग हो गया कल डिलीवरी के लिए गाड़ी भी आज निकल तो देखते हैं, अगर आज हम थे तो निकाल, नहीं तो कल आज इसके ऊपर कोशिश कर लो, बंदे को मिल जाएगा। सुधाकर भाई सलाम। 6 नंबर माय लॉर्ड, सीरियल नंबर 6, क्या है आपके घर सब ठीक ठाक? ये समझ गया सुधाकर भाई, सही है, इस तरह कर लेंगे, कांटेक्ट में रहेंगे। अच्छा सुधाकर भाई, एक चीज आपसे पूछना, वहां से कोई नहीं होता है कोयला, कोल जो होता है कोयला, ये अभी जो है ना वो आ रहा है, वो से अफगानिस्तान से ऑलरेडी 2 कंटेनर आया हुआ है, अभी तो शायद कल परसों तक क्लियर हो जाएगा और उसका डॉक्यूमेंट मैं आपको भेज देता हूं ना। What is his relation with the coal consignment for VK Enterprises? Is aware of this. That consignment would come in 15 June, the invoice date, and would go in 108-407 Khasra, Alipur. This is another godown. WA1 Fardin Amri A7 and WA4 Najibullah Khalid offloaded that consignment. That godown was booked on the pretext by WA4 that some dry fruits are coming from Afghanistan, kindly give me a godown. All of a sudden, a truck comes with containers on it with heavy loads of coal, and concealed in the concealment was of heroin, bituminous coal. That coal they are talking about. That is the coal which landed. This is the coal which was purified by Ishwinder Singh, whose confession was recorded by magistrate in Ahmedabad. It's part of the record 827. That is corroborated in material particulars. The last person charge sheeted, Pankaj Vaid, A30, 829, Shahenshah Zahir, Ishwinder Singh 27, Rahmatullah Kakar, 828, Jaswir Singh, and the absconding accused, Faridun Amani, Javed Amani, Elias Doctor. These accused were monitoring all these consignments. In fact, Ishwinder would state, I'll point out directly the statement of Ishwinder Singh 827, what he has to state about the consignments of Kabir, November, Sushanta's November consignment, December consignment. How there is a link. Why I say all the charge sheets and all the documents are attributed to each other right from November to 13 September. Not because I have to impress the court by the arguments, but by the evidences that are on record. My lords. So that coal, this is that coal consignment of June, which landed at 108/407 Alipur, Delhi, my lord. And recovery of to that extent is also there from Ishwinder. 7, my lord. PTG 202-10623. भाई क्या हाल है, इधर सब ठीक ठाक? अच्छा सुधाकर भाई, बोलना ये था कि ये गाड़ी तो पहुंच गया अपना टाल्क वाला, ये कंटेनर पहुंच गया अभी, इसको जो है ना उतार देंगे अभी के घंटे तक, इसको जो है ना अभी वो कर देंगे, और बाकी अपना जो खजूर का कुछ पता चला उसका कुछ है, कोई अपडेट है? खजूर मीन्स व्हाट?
Khajur mean dates.
Told what? Earlier consignments have landed. My lord, this is dates. They were selling dates also in this office. There are some other consignments also. The DRI is looking into those matters, but that are separate issues. He never bought anything Khajur. He would say his lawyer is there. They would make a submission. Let the accused number 2 also make a submission for the court. That have you done anything in respect of Khajur? Ashi Trading's proprietor is before the court. She's there. Let us say. Now, how all of a sudden he knows and she doesn't know anything about her husband? When the entire documentation is signed at the instance of the husband, his friend, Perumal, very easy to state. But this is the direct evidence that I am pointing out. 8. Sudhakar, PT 20210628. क्या कर रहे हैं सुधाकर भाई? ठीक है सब, उसको बोलो इस लोकेशन पे आ जाए, ये गोडाउन इसके लोकेशन पे, और बाकी वो जो कांटेक्ट नंबर वही उसको देना, अमित का देना। मैंने अमित को बोल दिया, वो जो है ना लेके गोडाउन तक पहुंचे देगा। उस बंदे को दफा बोला ताकि जो गोडाउन में चौक के डायरेक्ट उसका नंबर दे दो, तो अभी दे रहा है, लेकिन आपको उसको कांटेक्ट कर ले, जिसके भी आज उसको अब उसने अपना अमित उसके पास है तो उसको लेके गोडाउन तक पहुंचाया करा। The entire transaction, my lord, I have a submission to make. When you are an importer, the bill of lading mentions your name as Ashi Trading. Your office is in Vijayawada. You stay in Chennai. The articles and goods could land anywhere as per the IEC. Why it did not go to the end beneficiary? Who was the end beneficiary? Some pseudo name Kuldeep Singh. Kuldeep Singh does not exist. Were you in contact with Kuldeep Singh? Can you impress the court with some document? Can A2, A1, A3 make a statement before the court that we knew Kuldeep Singh, this consignment was meant for Kuldeep Singh, and we have done this? Obviously, if you are an intermediary, just using your IC as is your submission, let there be one importer, one exporter. Habib Hassan Hussain as the exporter, as you as the importer. Let your IC be used, assuming for the argument's sake, as is their submission. This is not my submission. Even if you are an intermediary, doing it for some Kuldeep Singh as the end beneficiary, have you ever contacted Kuldeep Singh? The answer is a big no, without wasting time. There is no Kuldeep Singh at all. Then why is it going to Delhi? That is the consequence. They could not discharge anything. We have discharged. Kuldeep Singh is none other than WA4 Khalid, who personally received, offloaded the consignment. Fardeen Amri was there, A7. Pradeep Kumar was there. Their CDR is part of record. Train operators' pictures have been taken. One bag fell while it was getting offloaded. Powder was there.
How did you get the picture of
The driver, the Khalasi, they clicked the picture because their duty was to send it to the transporter, Sham Transpace, Manna Singh. The driver had a job. They only had a job to do the logistic transportation. They had nothing to do with that. So they took the picture. For that, the consignment has reached. Yes, the logistic partner was never involved. We interrogated thoroughly the Sham Transpace proprietor as to what is your role. Sir, we were asked to do that, the consignment. We had done that. It was loaded as per the request received from the party. And that's how the consignment has got to Delhi. This is where it was offloaded. This
picture was found from the mobile
Yes, sir.
of the driver.
Yes, madam.
Of the driver.
From the driver's mobile. The Panchanama has been drawn. There is a FSL report to that extent. And the corresponding picture has also been identified by A7 for Amri. Photo identification Panchanama has been done. Can you tell the pictures as to recovered from his mobile as well as the other data? I point out that also. 9 is very important, my lord. PTT. Now this is the confidence if I am trusting on this because the entire case gets cleared. अपना सही है. Fine.
Apurya wants to point out because there is reference of 40 to 50 container. महीने में. Yes.
अपना सही है मैंने सेंड कर देता हूँ. अपना उसको दूसरा एक चीज और भी बोलना और भी है अपना सुधाकर भाई उसको पिक्चर में आपको सेंड कर रहा हूँ लेकिन ये बहुत आ रहा है कि आपने उधर इंडिया फिर उधर महीना 40 से 50 कंटेनर आ रहा है वो भी इस कार्बन की तरह है ना उसका पिक्चर मैं अभी सेंड कर रहा हूँ ना आपको आप उसका ऊपर भी सर्चिंग कर लो अगर हो सके हम लोग रेगुलर काम कर सकते हैं ना महीना के 40-50 कंटेनर काम कर सकते हैं और इस टाइम में 2 आइटम है और बहुत चलता है इंडिया में भी चलता है उधर बैंगलोर साइड भी बहुत चलता है नाउ 10
Yes.
भाई ये अपना जो खजूर है वो पोस्ट का अंदर में पड़ा हुआ है अभी बात क्या है आप लोगों ने बीएल तो अमेंडमेंट करके ये फ्लेमिंग ना क्या किया नाम पे बीएल मछावरन सुधाकर जो बना दिया है लेकिन लगता है इसके पहले जो है किसी दूसरे के नाम पे आया था माल अब उस इनवॉइस भी आपको चेंज करवाना पड़ेगा और सारे डॉक्यूमेंट जो है आपके अमेंडमेंट करके देना पड़ेगा तभी जा करके जे वो क्लियर करवा सकता है वो लाइनर का जो मैडम है वो मेरे को फोन की थी उनसे मैंने बात किया तो उन्होंने पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है वो लेकिन लगभग बोल रहे हैं कि ये हफ्ता में माल क्लियर होने का है थोड़ा आपका एक बार केसी बताया ना मैंने किसका नाम से इनवॉइस बनवाया था बाद में वो इनवॉइस किसका नाम में चेंज हुआ क्या हुआ था ये सब एक बताए प्लीज दिस Macharam is saying he is very interested who's changing the KC earlier whose name it was and he admits before the court that Perumal denies that he doesn't know but A1 cannot deny but he has denied that he did not Perumal says he did not know that it was to come on BK's Enterprises. And all of a sudden then the Hussain Dadan they changed the party to Ashi Trading. Now can he deny that he was not knowing or rather knowing? His submission is that it was to come in some other's name. That much he says. Agreed. There is a record to that extent. But your A3 denies that. You yourself has created that group. You are part of it. There are voice clippings. You converse with each other on the basis of the consignment. This is for A3. A1 does not deny that. It was to come in some other scheme. He was only concerned with 30,000 is what A3 says. Perumal. But it is your own creation. Your friend. You are part of it.
How did you get these clips?
Clips, they are part of the digital devices, my lord.
From the mobile?
Yes, my lord.
But they didn't delete that.
No, my lord. And Gandhinagar, Gujarat, the FSLR esteemed lab has given report to that extent. This is a part of report, my lord. That the integrity of the data. The voice clip to that.
No. So far as integrity is concerned, we are not.
My lord.
But was this data available?
Yes.
In
They might have not deleted it, they might have kept it for some record purpose. I don't know what, but luckily it was found. And that is how, because earlier the phones were recovered by DRI when they were arrested in 17th September from their residential premises. One team, simultaneously what happened in September, as soon as 13th September, there was inspection going on the CFS TG terminals, that containers were moved, they were kept there, flags were raised, seal mismatch, the 100% examination. Now what 100% examination is also, I'll point out, because this 100% examination is tried by them time and again by all the set of 10 experts. The 100% examination really happened on 13th September post this September consignment. What and how 100% is to be done, how the Panchanama is to be drawn, how samples are to be drawn. Earlier there was not done. Hand in glove? No. Custom? Intelligence. Custom failed. There was an order, they did not do it. That is the only thing, and therefore this could slip away. But in one such consignment of December, Ratinder Nath Datta, an ex-customs officer, appraiser, he was paid huge sums. His statement is there. The next day after his statement was recorded, he committed suicide. But still that statement is part of the record. How to read it is upon the discretion of the honorable court. But it speaks volumes against Kabir and tax guys. By giving money, the first consignment got through. Similarly, in this consignment, the 100% examination has been done. Now, the point, my lord, I want to make is about 11.
Yeah.
Javed Bhai, understand. Now he is talking to Jawad Najafi. I understand from the liners part, you have sent the materials first in some other names, then you have changed it into Fleming. Fleming is again important. But the thing is, liner already changed the bill in the name of Fleming, but the invoice and other pack list and other documents need to be endorsed by yourself. That means the exporter, then only this Fleming can able to take over the delivery. And secondly, they say the liner lady said by the end of the week or prior to the next week, they will take the delivery also. Here comes Jawad Najafi. Mr. Perumal is not just a friend. He is asked specifically by your own friend, Machavaram Sudhakar, to change the bill of lading, the name of Fleming or whatever it is, and then send it. You prepare it. Hassan Hussain is not to prepare it. Jawad Najafi, you prepare it. If Sudhakar is directing or requesting him, unless you don't do that, the consignment will not happen because of the lady's shipping line. Then again, DVD number. It starts with 1 after this, my lord. Again, serial number 1, PGT 60738. Machavaran is speaking. Javed Bhai, Afghanistan से भाई फोन किया है. WA1. भाई means WA1. वो कहाँ रहा है? वो कह रहा है कि पैसा जो है वो दिल्ली में दिलवाएगा. लेकिन हम तो चेन्नई में रहते हैं. उनको मैंने भी बोल दिया भाई उधर दिलवा, दिल्ली वालों को बोलने के लिए कि उधर चेन्नई में मेरा अकाउंट में डलवा दे या मेरा गूगल पे का अकाउंट नंबर दूंगा, उसमें डलवाने के लिए आप भी थोड़ा उनको बता दीजिएगा प्लीज. Now whether an exporter pays or an importer pays in a normal transaction, my lord, I am asking a question to myself. Here I am making a submission. He is asking, you pay me the money in my account in Karur Vaisya Bank or whichever bank we have recovered the documents from the Bankers Book of Evidence Act. And there is a transaction of 9 lakhs. 1 lakh is recovered from Chennai from one witness, which happens to be a Hawala transaction. Money given to Perumal for doing this illegal, rather unlawful activity under UAP Act, for which they are charged under charge sheet. The consignment in question, he sends 5 lakhs for the June consignment, and he returns 4 lakhs. By keeping 4 lakhs, he returns the 5 lakhs to show that some transaction has happened. Never money is sent from the exporter's side, from Ashi's side to Hassan Hussain Limited. Hassan Hussain is only setting. So what it implies? It does not imply. It's a proof. The sender is the receiver. They are to send you drugs consignment. You are to clear it, get your share, move out, and then get huge amount when these are sent in the market. That is the conspiracy. Do you have an answer to why did you receive and keep 4 lakhs and the 1 lakh that was recovered? No. We have discharged our burden. Let them discharge their reverse burden of proof. Even now at this stage. prima facie injury. What is the answer they are? Nothing.
If that be discharged at this stage,
No, my lord, if they are called upon to do that.
who will call upon?
The Honorable Court, if they decide, they make some submissions, my lord. Their rebuttal is such, they will always misguide. I'm just making a proposition, my lord. I leave it to the court. Not to be done at this stage.
No, burden and reverse burden would be subject matter of trial.
Trial. Agreed, my lord. This is what the judgments say. But my lord, we are not marshalling upon the evidence at all. This is not to be done. The court is fully aware. I'm just trying to make them aware. Don't misguide the court. At least give some submission regarding the case of the prosecution. You have no answer when the investigation proceeded. You have no answer why you took 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs return, 4 lakhs you kept. Even the September consignment was released by A910, one of the witness whose bank account was used by WA5 and 6, Ali Zada, and Ishmatullah Honari, 5, WA5, and WA6, Ali Zada. Abdul Hadi Ali Zada. They personally give the cash to A910. Then one of their friend, a lady, Neha Kumari, her account is used to transfer and get the September consignment clearance done. Here also you are not doing it. So what alarming things are being done by you? This is nothing implication. This is purposely done in order to evade your liability. Now comes the part of shipping line, my lord. 4 number. भाई कंटेनर तो इंडिया 5 तारीख को पहुंचा गया है. जो शिपिंग लाइन वाले हैं वो बीएल कॉपी सरेंडर करते उसके एक लेटर मिलता है अपने को वो कंटेनर यहाँ पर रिलीज करने के लिए. आपने जो शिपिंग लाइन का पेमेंट किया है भाड़ा, जो वहां से जहाज में माल लाने का भाड़ा है, वो आपने शिपिंग लाइन को दे दिया है. वो शिपिंग लाइन वाला बोलता है कि उनके अकाउंट में अभी आया नहीं, उनको दिख नहीं रहा है, जिसकी वजह से वो डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं दे रहा है. ये जावेद भाई ने बताया है. जैसे वो कागज वो शिपिंग लाइन वाले से लेकर अपने को भेज देता है तो तुरंत हम यहाँ पर अपना प्रोसेस कर सकते हैं. बाकी सब पेपर आ गया है, ये खाली शिपिंग लाइन वाला पेपर के लिए अपना काम अटका हुआ है. थोड़ा आप जावेद भाई से बात करके इसको थोड़ा सा करवा दोगे तो तुरंत हम बाद वाला काम है चालू करवा देंगे. See the eagerness, my lord. Look at his anxiety. Please urgently send that document so everything would be cleared. इससे अटका हुआ है तो हम बाकी का काम शुरू कर सकते हैं. This is Sudhakar. As good as a conspirator, my lord. 5 number. Machawra Mandir. Yes, Javed bhai. What you have sent is non-negotiable bill of lading copy. Actually, we need negotiable bill of lading. With that only we can able to file the documents with customs. Otherwise, custom will not release the cargo. Please ask the liner to send the negotiable bill of lading scan. Ask them to put the stamp and signature on that, please. Again, number 1, my lord. I'll skip those portions. I'll directly come to the Hussain Taab part, which is very, very important, my lord. The entire conspiracy, even that not known, my lord, is referring the conspiracy in question. Even though identifier might not have done, but these clips are originating from WA1, Jawad Najafi and other persons. Few lines below, my lord, Farshid Amri is the identifier. At point number 1, page 2096, my lord. Is my lord on that page?
Two zero.
2096.
2096.
Yes.
Earlier, my lord, one witness who is acquainted with Sudhakar has identified. The same voice clip was made to hear this Farshid Amri. Earlier, the Sudhakar's friend could not identify the other voice, rightly so, because he does not know. Now, Farshid, since knows this person, was personally received by Farshid in Delhi as one Haji Saab, so-called introduced by WA Board. That is part of his statement. Haji Saab aaye hue. Haji Saab means a big person. from Afghanistan has come. You kindly receive and usko ghar par le jao, ghar dikhao. They have also taken one house on rent from the same property agent which has given the 7112 Khasra, the Sainik farmhouse, and the properties in question, which Shoban Aranwar, his wife, and Khalid. So they were giving and showing the properties. Nothing bad in that, but that is also one set of conspiracy that they were living in close clusters nearby those Alipur area, the Saket. That I'll come to the later part. Now here, Hussain Dar, wanted accused number 1. अपना उम्र भी हुसैन शाह नाम है मेरा, WhatsApp है मेरा, और this is number 1. 2 again Hussain Shah, identified as Hussain Shah. 3 the same that we read, my lord, not known. 10-15,000 de dena. This Hussain Shah is directing Sudhakar. So it is clear whom Sudhakar is conversing. It is with Hussain Shah and Jawad Najafi, direct contact. How to plan and execute the conspiracy.
Yes.
My lords. My lords, I appreciate. And point number 4, again Hussain Shah is identified. 5,000 de dena. 5 number Hussain Shah's voice is identified. Instructions given to Sudhakar. 7, 8, again Hussain Shah.
Yes.
10, my lord. खजूर वाला पार्ट, DL मचावरम सुधाकर इस नाम से बना सकते हो, ये करवा सकते हो. That I have read, my lord. Now the third identifier, my lord. Is Ahmad Shirdar. His document starts from 2103. He also identifies this person other than Farshiramki. Same voices are identified 1, 2, 3, Hussain Shah, up to 6, 7, 8. Sudhakar is identified.
So this will be read into. You can now skip it.
My lords. Now, let us, my lord, come to the next convenience compilation again, my lord. The statement at convenience compilation, my lord. Mayank Bhanushali. Main charge sheet, my lord. Annexure A, volume 2, page 414 to 463. Now, what is this statement refers? We may not go into that details. This statement, I've mentioned the gist of the statement. He will mention that he is the customs broker representative. He's not a custom. He's a broker of the representative field Global Logistics. And they have provided the examination. He assisted in customs examination of these goods of first consignment. Why there was no 100% examination? If we read his statement at length, we would infer and refer from this statement that admixture was not done. The entire consignment was not emptied down. Only the examiner would enter, making some etch or some gully. Superficially take the consignment samples that go the talcs and send it for examination. One chemical examiner statement was referred by my learned friend Aditya, and he would refer that she has not given the examiner anything pertaining to the presence of heroin. Now, my submission here is, my lord, did you ask, has the custom specifically asked for presence of heroin? The answer is a big no. Unless you don't ask, how will she examine about any contraband or presence of poison or something other? You have to be very specific. They only said what is the composition. Silica, what is the argument? Yes, silica is present in that. That does not mean that the talc does not contain silica. It contains silica. It's a product of Afghanistan. But concealed was the drugs also. But you did not have the admixture. Had you emptied everything? Was it done so? Naveen, the examiner, the custom officer, Raipuria, Mr. Raipuria, the superintendent, was specifically asked to do the examination. He did not go. Naveen was detailed. He went and he did. 70 containers they have to examine, but there was an intelligence on their part. He failed in his duty. Therefore, they are facing the music. If the investigation has established there is drugs in the consignment, because the DRI themselves were recovered from 7112 from this June consignment in Alipur, 16 kgs. A, B, C, D, my friend would point out. Yes, A, B, C, D, the samples contain drugs, heroin, in various formations, purity, 50% to 80%. This is the same consignment. Again, you would make a submission on 15th September, it was in lock condition. Very well. Yes, we do agree it was in lock condition. But why on 15th September only the key was handed over to Dhankar Singh, the godown owner? Because on 13th September, Mundra, this consignment was caught, was red flagged for presence of some contraband or something suspicious. There was an intelligence to that effect. Mr. Kantheti, the intelligence officer, he raises the intelligence. It's in the compilation at page, the very first.
When Mundra consignment had gone under this check,
Yes, 13th September.
the Mundra consignment,
Mundra consignment.
it had gone for 100% examination.
100%. And you would appreciate, my lord,
And thereafter, how did someone came to know that it contains drugs?
there was the background of the matter is, my lord.
Only for this purpose. Initially, it was 100% examination.
Yes, madam. Initially, it was not done in the other consignment.
So this Mundra consignment.
Mundra Vinay Kumar Kantheti, the Joint Director DRI and Hyderabad Zonal Unit Officer, he gave an intelligence input.
On the basis of intelligence, the DRI went there.
My lord,
And thereafter, they
my
did
lord.
the examination.
Four
They
teams-
tested for.
Four teams went in different directions. One team started doing here. Intelligence came from Hyderabad. It was shared to DRI Gandhidham, DRI Delhi, Chennai, and they were active one time. 13th September, as soon as it caught, Pradeep Kumar and this side Hussaini and all they get alert. Pradeep Kumar goes and hand over the key. There's a statement of the property owner. 7112. Pradeep Kumar gives the key on 15th September. Appreciate, my lord. 13th September it is caught. 17th September DRI goes and recovers from the floors 15th. Is there by any virtue, or if they would make such submission, they have not done.
Can you please repeat the dates?
13th September, the intelligence is generated. Four teams are acting: Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi, and Gandhidham. This consignment is put on hold. It is moved to CFS TG terminals, Custom Freight Station, TG terminals. By the time they do the inspection and other processes done, the Panchnama, one team does the intelligence itself is very important, which I will directly refer to the source input. That may be appreciated. We read that document, my lord. It is in Annexure 9, Volume 9, Annexure B 31785. For a time being, my lord. It's very important for my lords to appreciate that. May I take my lords to the Bachavan Sudhakar folder? The very first document, point 1, 31785. The first document. I have numbered it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the convenience of people. 3178, Bachavan Sudhakar.
Yes.
My lord. Now this 3178 page number is the intelligence input. It is being given to the additional director, DRI Gandhidham Regional Unit on 13th September. The date is 13th September. Import of talc subject by Ashi Trading at Mundra Port, live bill regarding. Live bill means the consignment is put on hold and then it is under consideration. Intelligence developed by DRI Hyderabad zonal unit indicates the following observations about the import of talc by Ashi at Mundra, live bill. Bill of entry is 548652, 11 September at the rate Mundra Port. Importer is Ashi Trading, 23, 14, 16 Gadiyavaram, Yavaram Wadi Street, Satyanarayanpuram, Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. IC is standing AOPPG 6034, supplier details Hassan Hussain Limited, General Sarak next to Kandahar, Afghanistan. TAL. There is another interesting factor why I am pausing here. They say from Nimroz, Afghanistan, the TAL comes. It was not sent from there. TAL is not there. Some other province TAL is there. It's a very glaring thing, which will be relying on that. We have an opportunity for additional evidence where TAL originates. They would say that it comes from Nimroz, Afghanistan. Nimroz is a bigger province. From there only drugs come. He'll also point out that. Description of goods is semi-processed TAL stone, CTH. This is the code 2526-2000, the code for the product. Quantity is 40940, 40,940 kgs in 38 jumbo bags. Country of origin Afghanistan declared. The reference number, my lord, the intelligence itself has 18522. This is the same reference number for the packing list. In Vyom fashions, the chemical examination was done earlier, which did not come, and the same reference number is also there, which was to come for the earlier consignments. Apart from that, port of origin Bandar Abbas, Iran, container number GVCU TTN, 240 feet containers. Inputs and observation. Ashi Trading is a property in the name of Vaishali, A2. Apparently, her husband Sudhakar Machar was in touch with the foreign supplier CHA, liner, etc. for the important claims of the concern. It is the second import by the importer. Previous import was in the month of June 2021. 2 more containers are said to be arriving shortly. The previous shipment was never received by the importer in her registered address at Vijayawada. Instead, it was transported to Delhi and was handed over to the person indicated by the foreign supplier or person in the town. Sudhakar Machar at Vaishali are residents of Chennai, and there are whatsoever no activity at the given address of the entity at Vijayawada. Importer is a name lender who is getting 30,000 per container and may not even know the actual contents. Material is going to Delhi. Shipper is paying fixed amount as charges to Sudhakar of Ashi Trading for importing in the consignment, arranging IC, coordinating the liners and custom broker, arranging transportation to Delhi. The importer Sudhakar is receiving an amount of 3 lakh towards custom clearance transport through Hawala at Chennai. The said amount will be transferred to CHA through bank account transfer. All the amounts, including custom duty, all actions are earned by the shipper to the importer. As per the bill of lading, consignment is originated from Nimroz, a province which does not produce any TAL. TAL mines are located in Nandhar province, capital Jalalabad. The documents indicate the materials originating from Nimroz. Country origin appears to be baked, fabricated. It bears the same number as that of the last shipment, bill of entry 4256146, dated 9 June 2021 at Mundra Port. The same reference number was also given to another import shipment of talc at Mundra Port, bill of entry 3160695, dated 16 March 2021. This is the Goa fashion consignment file. It is interesting that the Afghani supplier and Delhi-based importer are different. The consignment appears to be a high-risk consignment, though there is no exemption claim on account of country of origin. Importer received the courier containing the invoice and tracking this from Mashhad, Iran. Irani mobile number is on the bill of lading. One of the partners, brother of the Afghani supplier, is located in Iran. That might be the reason for sending the shipment to the port Bandar Abbas. In this request, it is to immediately examine the shipment for concealment. The outcome of the examination may be informed to this office. Lying at AFS, now this intelligence is worked upon. Further, my lord.
So thereafter, after 100% examination, initially,
Then the examination started.
and then it is found that it contains the drugs.
Yes, 2988 point something kgs were recovered when the entire
288 is the
drugs, heroin, from the 38 jumbo bags, from 40,000 kilograms,
from 40,000
of the entire weight of the consignment, my lord, as per the input and the bill of lading, 40,000 plus kilograms, 2,988 kilograms of pure heroin was recovered. It took, Pachnama took 3-4 days. All the team was engaged DRI, the customs and Gandhidham. And there the 100% examination was done. The sampling was done as per the process. All the process under the NDPS was followed. Gazetted officers, the teams, the photography,
The
everything was done.
procedure which was followed at the time when Mundra drug was seized,
Yes,
that entire procedure was not followed for earlier.
intelligence, my lord, custom officer. Total intelligence. And we have written clearly to the authorities, they are facing the inquiries. The outcome would be known to the court. In the meanwhile, we'll also write what is the outcome we share with the honorable court. The court should know that. Everybody should know that, whatever will happen. They would just simply make the statement that we have done 100% examination, sir, to save their own skin. But in the statement itself, I have pointed out last occasion also, they have not done anything 100%. The 100% SOP is you get down the admixture, the entire consignment is offloaded from the container, it is put on the ground, it is chemically analyzed for presence of any other substance, whatever contraband or any other substance which may be injurious, because there is chemical warfare also going on. We are at a risk. Everybody is exposed to the risk of getting anything, not only contraband. They did not have anything specific input of contraband, but examination order was there also on the basis of the inputs that were shared. Normally what happens, my lord, why 100% examination is declared? If there is dispatching of the bill of lading or anything, or they suspect, they would raise that. All the consignments, the appraiser statement is that we have ordered for 100%. Based on the, because talc stones, buyer in Chennai and going to, even in the case of Yo, even in the case of Majan, Delhi based is buying some talc stones for the first time. Even for the first time, even a regular IEC code holder, importer is importing something new, they will raise for 100% examination. So why he is buying this? In this case, just a moment. VK Enterprises was also checked, suspected. Dealing in some electrical parts, and now you are importing something of talc. What is your interest? Similar happened with this Kabir and with this person. All of a sudden, they knew the DRI would do that. It's a Director of Revenue Intelligence. It's specifically designed by the agent, government.
They are not doing it.
They are doing it, my lord. That is how the customs fail to do it. Customs fail to do it. They are not doing it. Yes, my lord. Rightly so. Had they examined, the consignment would have never entered into the mainland. That is the shocking state of affairs. And our own people involved, part of the conspiracy, A1, 2, 3, 5, many of them, A27. Then Prabhat Rameshwaram, my lord, he received the intelligence of the suspected goods, later shared with the Principal Commissioner Customs. I'll again refer to the convenience compilation. I'll just read down. I'll not go through the entire documents. I have already submitted to the honorable court, but just mention the volume 9, Annexure B, volume 9, page 3179, Prabhat Rameshwaram, sir, Additional Director.
Compilation में share करने वाले
NI convenience compilation. He had various letters, 13 September, 14 September, 14 September, 15 September. He will establish the intelligence received in respect of the suspected goods and later shared by with the Principal Commissioner Customs, Mundra, for putting consignment on hold and with DRI Unit Delhi by sharing of inputs regarding June 21 consignment. Vikram Meena, Senior Intelligence Officer, he will prove the initiated the examination of the cargo and drawn serial Panchanama of recovered 2988.21 kgs of drugs at Mundra Port. Vikram Meena, the SIO, carried out the Panchanama on 14 September, 17 September, up to 17 September. 14, 15, 16, 17, 4 days it took. offloading, getting it sampling, sending it to chemical examiner, segregating the drugs from the talc stones. This is not just an inference that one consignment is caught, the earlier 4 consignments, 5 consignments also contain drugs. We are not drawing inferences, we are not to draw inferences. DRI went on 17 September, may be appreciated. Again, Sudhakar, I am making a submission. They go and raid 17 September. 15 September, A5 handovers the key to the godown owner. Intelligence is shared, SWAT team is in Delhi. 17 September, they go in the godown, 7112, 713 Fairbase 50 Road Alipur. Godown taken by A5, A6 at the instructions of WA5, 6, 1 and 4. Khalid and Hussain Dar. They go and see floor sweeping, ABCD samples are drawn. It contains heroin. CRCL Delhi, which is the central laboratory for the narcotics, they submit a report. Yes, it contains heroin in various formations. This is the June consignment, which is attributed to Sudhakar, to his wife, to Perumal, to Hussain Dar, to Pradeep Kumar. And in this transaction, Fardeen Amri, the applicant who has filed his discharge also, he too is attributed for the June consignment. Direct participation in the crime. Offloading. The driver and the Kalasi had taken the pictures and sent to their transporter. From the transporter, we recovered that from their mobile phones. This is the evidence. Further, my lord, this Panchanama happens, 100% examination is done, my lord.
Yes.
Now, Vikram Meena, my lord, there are several things that Vikram Meena has done, the senior intelligence officer of DRI. I mentioned in the convenience compilation. From the seizure on 17 September of the drugs to various parts into 2988 was, my lord, from 2 containers. One contained 1988 something and another contained 1000 kg. Roughly, those figures are mentioned in the Panchnamas itself. 988 was recovered from one cargo TTN and another was recovered, my lord, to be more specific. 1999. There is approximately 2000 kilograms of drugs was recovered from the container GVCU. And from another container, there was 988.64 from TTNU. So the Panchanamas are for 2 different dates, 18 September for TTNU and 17 September for the GVCU. This is how the drugs were recovered from Mundra Port for the consignment of Ashi trading. Then Purnima Mishra is the next witness, Dr. Mishra, chemical examiner grade 1 CRCL New Delhi, who is to give the presence of diacetyl morphine heroin. The chemical formula name is diacetylene morphine, infamously called heroin, along with 6 monoacetyl morphine and acetylcholine in the test samples. CRCL would give the report, my lord, on 30th of September, along with the test memo. It is part of the charge sheet, Annexure B, Volume 7, page 2906 to 3027. Further, my lord, the process has been carried out by Vikram Meena, keeping it in the Malkhana of the DRI with the request to keep it under custody. Then the disposal is in the last volume of the annexure of the main charge sheet. All the process has been done. So I'll skip that portion, my lord. There is no, either my friend, Mr. Bhatt, would make a submission that there is no recovery of drugs. He says there is a recovery of drugs in the September consignment because it is part of the recovery. They are not denying. But the June consignment to contain is what I am pointing out. So it is not a shoddy investigation, my lord. It is all done. One submission I'll make, my lord. Investigation is done to discover the evidence, not to create. So you cannot say we have done some shoddy investigation. We have not created evidence. We have only discovered them.
We will
My lord.
end here. I think that their words have touched your.
Definitely, my lord. because they are doing such a wonderful job, and we are at the ends of the affair trying to figure out the terrorism, which is the direct beneficiary of this entire transaction. Really, that is the sorry state of affairs. It's not just in my lord. May I also appreciate my lord. If I have to make a submission, my lord, with the kind permission, this is a special court, my lord. We are dealing with special laws. Let there be special lenses, my lord, to see the evidence in question, my lord. Ordinary lens, we can't see. We see a scattered evidence, my lord, here and there. But all the evidences are connected so well by way of documentary, oral, and that is what I request the honorable court to appreciate.
I will have to change my spectacles.
Definitely, my lord. That is what I'm thinking.
So maybe in the new law, there will be new lenses.
No, special law.
Special.
The court has to see from the prism of the Evidence Act. I'm not saying beyond the Evidence Act. But we are not answering evidence. But definitely, my lord. Now, their submission as far as A1, A2, A3 are concerned. Now I'll come to A2, my lord.
We'll stop here. We'll continue next.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
Yes, ma'am.
we'll see. આપણે ચાલે.
Whatever time it pleases the honorable court.
We'll have to see
As
whether
per the convenience of the court.
આપણું પેલું એના ક્યારે? પેલું. કાલે બપોર પછી. કાલે બપોર પછી.
Very good. Keep it.
પેલી હશે.
Second up. I will be joining by this.